Hi, I'm Jordan Flegel, Managing Director of Techstars New York City. Welcome to Demo Day. Just a little bit about me. I'm a two-time venture-backed CEO. Most importantly, also a Techstars founder myself with my first company, Kota, which went through Techstars Boston in 2012. I'm a long-time early-stage investor and advisor in startups, and I'm thrilled to be Managing Director of both Techstars New York City and also Techstars Sports. Let's get into it. Techstars is the global platform for investment and innovation. We have a proud history going back to 2007. We've run so many programs. I won't go through all the stats here. Companies have raised a ton of money, over $26 billion to date and counting. This is a really impactful network with a really proud history. Just a little bit about Techstars New York City in particular. New York City obviously is a home for startups, one of the top markets, not only in the United States, but globally. And it's the advantage that our founders get by being here, having access to venture capitalists, angel investors, experienced founders, and of course, with this program, with a long-standing history and many alumni, many of whom are very involved as mentors in our program, giving back to the founders in this class. So New York City has a proud history, and I'm really thrilled to be continuing it with this class of exciting companies you're about to meet. A lot of companies have gone through Techstars New York City, maybe a few just from a consumer perspective that you might have heard of, Plated and ClassPass, but so many more that could be on this list who have gone on to raise a lot of capital, have meaningful exits, and pay close attention today because we're going to be updating this list, I'm sure, with some companies you're about to hear from. Our companies come to us from around the world. Last year, our program, as you can see, companies out of the Middle East, as well as the UK and across the United States. In a range of categories, both B2B and B2C. A few of those companies have gone on not only to raise additional rounds of funding of $750K or more, a few of them on this list that have raised over $2 million and are now going to Series A rounds. Other companies in our class that bootstrap, that chose to not raise capital and are on a path to profitability. Some of these companies are also about to raise large rounds of venture capital, having chosen not to raise out of the last program. So this was just the last class, and we've had, half the class that's raised rounds, half the class that chose not to, and has gone on to either put themselves in a great position to raise or to be in a position where they have a path to getting profitable and not needing to raise venture. This class comes to us from across the United States, about half here in the New York City area and half from the rest of the country. And, New York City attracts companies from all around the world to apply in a range of different industries. This is a category agnostic program. So again, you'll hear from both B2C companies and B2B companies in a really exciting range of categories. Thank you to our mentors first and foremost. Techstars is a mentorship-driven accelerator. So our mentors, we have over 150 mentors. They volunteer their time to meet with all of our companies. They provide workshops. They host panels on various topics, financial modeling, product, go-to-market, fundraising, and so on. Many of our mentors are very experienced entrepreneurs who have raised a ton of venture capital, taken their companies public, angel investors and early stage advisors. And being here in New York City, having access to this group of mentors is a true accelerant for our founders, which is a big part of where we take the term accelerator from. It's not just capital, it's not just network, it's advice, mentorship, guidance from people who know what they're doing, have been through it before, and really care about the founders. Thank you to our associates and to our staff that works closely with us. We have Ari Radman, our engineer in residence, Ari Abkassis, our entrepreneur in residence. Ari works with our engineers. Ari has a venture fund and is very experienced to operate himself as former chairman at SeatGeek. And he helps on fundraising and go-to-market. We have a great crew here. Gretchen helps on recruiting. Our companies obviously not just need capital, they need talent. That's where she focuses. Andrea on PR, helping them get awareness, get out there. From a press perspective, Ethan, many of the designs that you'll see today in these pitch decks and other UI UX work, he's responsible for that with our founders. Jason did an incredible job of financial modeling with all of our companies. If you get into the weeds with them on their financial models. Jason has had his hands on that. So thank you so much again to all of our associates, entrepreneur in residence, and engineer in residence. Thanks, of course, to our program team. We're a three-headed monster. I'm joined by Andrew Hippert, my great friend. Andrew and I actually went to college together, played basketball together, and we're roommates back in college, so we go way back, and it's been such a joy to do this program with him. And going back also our sports accelerator that we run together for the last 5 years. Andrew is an incredible partner, and operations, recruiting companies, talent, investor relations, and so much more. Thank you, Andrew, for everything that you do. Elliot Max, our investment associate. Elliot heads up all sourcing efforts for us, among many other things. But the companies that you're going to see today, Elliot found them, and he had the first call with them, and built a relationship with them, and deal memos on them, and working toward getting to an investment decision, and then, of course, supporting the companies throughout. So anything that you like today, and you think we did a good job, think about Andrew and Elliot, because they're the ones who are responsible for it. Thank you to our global network partners. Don't have time to go through all of them, but they sponsor Techstars, and they also, not just beyond capital, they provide access to their resources and their staff, and our partners go really deep with the companies. I mean, just to make one example, Kevin King, AWS. Kevin had one of our companies out of our last class that wanted to approach a watch brand for a distribution deal. Kevin went into a random retail store of this watch brand, started talking to one of the reps there about how excited he was about the company, gave them a demo, and that led to a relationship with a regional manager, which led to a pilot, which led to another pilot, which led to a national partnership for just one of our portfolio companies. So it's that level of care, effort. That's not in his job description to do that, but that's what our global network partners bring to our companies. Kevin really embodies that, and it's an incredible example of the value of the Techstars network beyond our staff and our associates, beyond Techstars FounderCon and the perks and benefits and resources, the capital that we put in, our venture capital network, the demo day, all these things. Our global network partners are a huge, huge part of it. And last but certainly not least, thank you to Google. They sponsored our amazing event space for our in-person demo day, and again, our great partner to all of our companies, and so really appreciate it. And without further ado, thank you so much for watching, and I'm so excited for you to hear from the founders.
Hi, I'm Pratik Desai, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of One-to-One. And at One-to-One, we're revolutionizing e-commerce. We're doing this by using machine learning and generative AI to give you a whole new way of shopping online. We're calling this conversational commerce. Throughout my career, I've worked with the largest retailers in the world to help them better connect with their shoppers digitally. And most recently, as a senior leader at Salesforce, I noticed a surprising gap between how much digital experience technology was flying off the shelves and how much value it actually created. This gap didn't make sense. But then I realized, back in the day, you would walk into a store. You would actually talk to a store associate, tell them what you needed. They would give you 3 or 4 options that best suited your needs. You'd pick one and go home happy. It was clean, it was efficient, and it drove customer loyalty. Yet that experience is dead. These days, we're starving for the options that those store associates once brought to the table. What used to be easy has turned into this chaotic experience. Now, we're forced to go through endless search pages, endless product pages, and spammy emails just to find what we're looking for. But this is a problem that can be solved. Think about it. We once again walk into that store, talk to that store associate, get exactly what we want. Let's check out One-to-One. Let's try to buy a suit from Banana Republic. We're going to use One-to-One store associate.
Welcome back, Pratik. What are you looking for?
I need a suit for a wedding.
Great. Where and when is the wedding?
Let's go with Cancun in March.
The expected temperature in Cancun for March is 83 degrees. Based on your purchase history and current market trends, here are some styles curated for you. What style are you considering?
I like to think of myself as a classic man. Let's go with classic.
Great. Which suit do you like best for the wedding?
All right, that tuxedo looks good. Let's go with the tuxedo.
The original price of this suit is $200. With our 20% off site-wide sale, that brings it down to $160. Additionally, you have $5 in loyalty points, which further reduces the price to $155. This means you save $45 in total. Would you like to add this to your cart?
Yeah, that's pretty nifty. Let's go ahead and add it to the cart, and let's use the loyalty points.
Your new suit has been added to your cart. Do you need an outfit for the welcome dinner as well?
Good point. Can't wear the same suit twice, so yes, let's look for a welcome dinner outfit as well. So, once again, you get to walk into that store. You get to talk to that store associate. You get exactly what you're looking for. You just happen to be walking into a digital store, happen to be talking to an AI. This is the future of shopping. The global e-commerce market size is projected to hit 57 trillion in 2032. That's up from 14 trillion in 2022. And as large as it's going to get, we're going to accelerate this expansion. Think about it. How many more happy shoppers could we create if it was actually easy to look for what you wanted? Current experienced players like Salesforce and Adobe, they're trying to figure out how to send you more spammy emails. Google, trying to route you to more product pages. We're building the future. To do this, we needed to hit 3 core tenets: technology, data, and B2C commerce. That's why we put together this highly specialized team. Myself, most recently a senior leader at Salesforce. Christopher Erslinger, who worked big data at the CERN Hadron Collider, who's making sure we're not only solving this, but solving it at scale. And Sage Lefkowitz, who spent the last 15 years in B2C commerce, working with the who's who of Fortune 1000 retailers. So where are we today? About a year and a half ago, we decided that the first step was to work with large-scale retailers and show them the power of machine learning, if used correctly. And not only did we show them that they needed to be better, we showed that they were willing to throw money at the problem in search of something better. Over the course of the journey, we've worked with 40 large-scale retailers, helping them better connect with their shoppers digitally, and generated $1.4 million in revenue in the process. Now that we have their attention, we're finalizing our LLM solution and working with those retailers for large-scale distribution. So I ask you this: do you want more product pages? Do you want more spammy emails in your inbox? Or are you ready for the future?
Hi everyone, I'm Anna Feinberg, co-founder and CEO of Alo Index. You've all traveled for business and booked a hotel, but have you ever wondered who is in charge of pre-selecting all those hotels that you got to choose from? If you worked where I worked, that person was me. I was the global travel manager at a big investment bank, and it was my job to compare and select all the hotels for our program. This cool picture was not really my life. This was my life. I would spend a third of my year assessing 1,000 hotels. It was done old school on a spreadsheet that a consultant would circle around to those thousands of hotel sales reps. This is me assessing 250,000 cells of data trying to compare hotels. I could use this same picture for my co-founder Leanne, who was one of the hotel sales reps, filling out 1,000 different questions on spreadsheets for every single corporate customer. It was impossible to compare price, gym, and free breakfast, but more than impossible to figure out which sustainability goals each hotel was able to meet for our corporate targets. Into these spreadsheets, hotels were dropping links to 10K reports, thousands of pages, hundreds of vague eco badges, and dozens of acronyms. When asked about single-use plastics, this hotel actually wrote, "See California law." This unstructured data is blocking more than $400 billion of hotel spend every single year for meeting corporate ESG targets. 92% of corporate travel managers are prioritizing sustainable hotels. Why? Number 1, government mandates. Number 2, enterprises with sustainable supply chains are seeing increased revenues, increased customer loyalty, and lower risk. They care so much that they're spending $158 billion a year on ESG analytics for their businesses and supply chains. That's expected to grow to $1.1 trillion by 2030. There had to be a better way, and so Leanne and I built Alo Index. We're a two-sided platform that lets enterprises match with, compare, and select hotels that meet their sustainability targets, and hotels can use their ESG data to win more business. Now enterprises can quickly compare head-to-head hotels in every city with easy-to-read sustainability scores. They can customize their priorities to match with hotels that meet their targets, and they can access data that helps make reporting easy and accurate. Now hotels can use a one-to-many platform and reach thousands of prospects in one go. They can get recommended to enterprises, and they can meet their sales goals with market recon and qualified leads. We solved the hardest part first. We standardized and structured all of the data, and then we compiled comparative scores using trusted methodologies from the hospitality industry. Then our AI recommender comes in and does the rest, matching enterprises and hotels, of course, all within budget, with a gym and free breakfast. We knew we were onto something when the biggest corporate travel program on the planet reached out to us and signed on. We're pulling in 5,000 of their preferred hotels, and our flywheel is thriving. Hotels are like social networks. Every single one of them belongs to another group or a chain, and every single one wants the same opportunities. Enterprises pull in thousands of hotels, hotels pull in more hotels, and large databases of hotels pull in more enterprises, and now the flywheel spins. We generate revenue from both sides. Fortune 500 companies with large programs pay 6 figures annually. Mid-sized Fortune 5000 enterprises pay 5 figures, and SMBs go a la carte. On the hotel side, subscriptions range from $500 to $3,500 a year. We've gone from 0 to $265,000 in ARR in just 6 months since we launched the platform, and we're just getting started. We'll reach $2 million this year when we monetize less than 50% of the hotels already coming into the platform. We're definitely one of a kind. We're the only platform that monitors all ESG targets and compares things like accessibility, human rights, water, waste, and carbon. We're also the only platform that instantly matches hotels and enterprises and eliminates searching and guessing. We're the only platform with 2 founders that have decades of domain expertise and have lived more than 30 years as being our ideal customers. We know this problem and we know we're going to fix it. After working together for 6 years, Leanne and I started Alo Index 18 months ago. We've pulled in a full stack developer to build the vision, and we've surrounded ourselves with experts in sustainability, AI, and data science. We love building the future of corporate travel and sustainability. We know that we're solving a problem for a $400 billion industry and for the millions of me and Leanne's out there that will hopefully never know spreadsheets with hyperlinks or need to become experts in California law. We're making it easy and profitable for hotels and enterprises to make their own sustainability flywheels. Thanks, everyone, and we'll see you out there.
Hello, I'm Dan Feliciano, CEO and co-founder of Clothline. And like many of you, I hate laundry. I don't hate the idea of laundry. Everybody loves clean sheets. I hate the 6 to 10 hours a week I spend planning it, thinking about it, my weekends spent doing it. Meet my man, Teak. He just had a baby girl named Aria. And by the time Aria is 12 years old, he will have spent 75% of the total time that he will ever get to spend with her. And 25% of that time will be wasted doing laundry. This is my man, Jordan. He owns a few of the 1.3 million short-term rentals in the United States. Right now, Jordan pays his cleaning company to do his linens. That means he's paying for the cleaning lady's hourly wage plus a linen fee on top of that. And in a world where 93% of Americans say family time is their number one priority, and those short-term rentals will turn over 31 million times, why are we still doing laundry? Because this is our only established way of outsourcing laundry. And there just aren't enough of them. There's only one laundromat for every 10,000 households in the United States and 1,000 short-term rentals. Clothesline is the 50 million washer, billion-dollar gig solution to those awful laundromats. Meet Melissa D. from Middletown, New York. Melissa's a stay-at-home mom, and until recently had no safe access to the gig economy, despite the fact that she has the tools and the time to augment her family's income. The Clothesline app allows Teak and Jordan to outsource their laundry to moms and dads in their communities like Melissa. Melissa picks up the laundry on her way home from soccer, washes and folds it at her own house, and then returns it in 24 to 48 hours. And unlike DoorDash and Instacart, Clothesline allows Melissa to build a book of business in her own house on a schedule that's good for her and her family. And laundry can be big. Right now, it's a $58 billion industry, and it's projected to grow to $260 billion over the next 5 years. This is fueled by a fundamental shift in customer behavior and the value of their time. Families right now are outsourcing all of their daily tasks, grocery shopping, meal prep, dog walking, all in a way to claw back some of that precious time. And these billion-dollar companies have created the perfect moment in time for Clothesline's solution to laundry. We've also learned from previous laundry startups. They partnered with laundromats, which meant that they had high overhead, minimum amount of options in who their suppliers were, and they were asset heavy to try to support those laundromats in urban areas. Clothesline, on the other hand, can be everywhere with our 50 million washer solution. We can be in every town across the United States with an asset-light model and a price that's 1/3 of what our competitors are charging. And our model proves it. 2 guys from upstate New York working out of a garage grew to 8 states in 4 time zones in the last 2 years. We've supported 400 clothesliners and 1,200 customers, and we've grown our revenue 300% year over year. And our digital game is tight. For every dollar we spend in marketing, we make $4.50 in revenue. And we're sticky AF. Our blended LTV to CAC is 4-to-1, and our 9-year projection is 9-to-1. We reach a 0.1 viral coefficient after just $1,000 in a market's GMV. Listen, marketplaces are difficult. It requires operations and discipline, and we've created a multicultural international team of operators. Camden is operations excellence, Rajan is our tactical mastery, and Olivia is a marketing expert who has years in the startup game. And then there's me, a Marine Corps officer, pilot, and global logistics leader. I've spent years building teams across countries and continents. Listen, you may not hate laundry as much as I do, but the one thing we can all agree on is the value of time. Clothesline is solving laundry at scale so we can have more time to be with the people we love. Thank you. I'm Dan Feliciano, and we're Clothesline.
Hi, I'm Sydney, CEO and founder of Kota, where we are modernizing pet aftercare and cremation. Almost 70% of US households own a pet. Now, I want you to imagine that today is the day that your pet, your best friend, just died. What do you do when this horrible reality happens? Where do you go, and what options do you choose? Now, most of you, like I did, will turn to your veterinarian for aftercare because you don't know the answers to these questions. At the clinic, you'll be asked to make 2 to 3 immediate on-the-spot decisions while under extreme emotional stress. And that's it. It's all the options and support that you get on that day. You pay $600, you go home alone, and then 2 weeks go by and your veterinarian calls you to pick up your cremated remains after no communication. And what's even worse is what's happening behind the scenes. In the US, there are less than 1,000 pet crematories that serve all of our veterinarians and all 9 million of our cats and dogs that pass away each year. And over half of those cremations are done by the monopoly Gateway, who rolls up mom and pop crematories and offers a very bare bones B2B service. In some markets, Gateway is the only option for aftercare provider for veterinarians. And over 90% of pet crematories only offer the pollutive practice of flame cremation. Our 114 million pets really deserve better. And when I was in my 20s, I lost both my stepfather and my family dog. And I was shocked to learn that there is no funeral director for pets. Going to your veterinarian for aftercare is like going to your primary care physician to arrange your funeral service or cremation. It just doesn't make sense. And there have been incredible changes and innovations in pet care, yet pet aftercare has not changed to meet the needs of our modern, younger, more digitally native pet parents that love their pets like kids. That changes with Kota. We provide B2B, full-service, vertically integrated aftercare for our veterinarians. You can think of us like the digital and physical funeral director for pets. You still turn to your vet when the time comes, but that's when the similarities end. We do the physical work. We pick up the body, we do the cremation, we return the ashes, but we're different where it matters. We only offer the dignified practice of individual cremations. We also offer only aquamation instead of flame cremation, which is better for the environment, is still affordable, and still results in cremated remains to take home. And we charge a flat rate fee of $175 per aquamation from our vet partners. Now, building a B2B business with just this offering of aquamation is a proven and profitable model. But where Kota really stands apart is our B2B2C offering and product. Now, pet parents are introduced to Kota's digital arrangement platform at time of death by the veterinarian, and they can go home and make all of their aftercare decisions from the comfort of their home after they receive an automated email. They can access grief support, resources, and community, and they can purchase all of the products and services that they need for aftercare from us. Things like urns, cremation jewelry, books, memorials, grief counseling sessions, artwork, and more. And all of that revenue is in addition to our flat rate charge for aquamations and goes directly to Kota. By being vertically integrated, we own the customer relationship end to end. That means that we're uniquely positioned to support every step of the pet loss journey because we have the data. We'll go to market city by city, starting in Seattle, Washington, pet-friendly and eco-friendly. And we have an LOI to purchase our very first aquamation facility to accelerate our time to market. We'll layer on our software, increase cross-sales, increase their margin, then expand to a total of 3 facilities by 2026 to reach 50% market share. After that, we'll expand to more cities, up to 48 facilities over 5 years. And each market is different. We'll do a combination of buying and building to ramp up our capacity in each city. A single Kota aquamation facility services 3,600 pets a year, and it has twice the AOV of the traditional crematory model. It operates at a 25% EBITDA margin, only costs $450,000 to build new, and has a payback period of less than 2 years. And although our products are very different, our unit economics of a Kota facility are actually quite similar to a single Starbucks location. And we're a true B2B2C model. Although pet parents may spend with us only once every 5 to 10 years, the lifetime value is high for our veterinary partners, and each partnership is worth $50,000 in monthly revenue on average. My experience in engineering, operations, and product, coupled with the decades of pet mortuary experience on our product team and ops team, means that we are uniquely positioned to not only create incredible customer experiences, but also operate flawlessly. The pet funeral services market is projected to be worth $3.7 billion by 2030, and we all know pet spending isn't slowing down. At just a 10% market share, Kota has the potential to generate $270 million in annual revenue. And choosing the right aftercare also makes a really positive impact on the world. It's better for our pet parents, better for our veterinarians, improves client retention, better for our planet, and it is better for the people involved that need more support during the pet loss journey. It's about time that we fix these issues in pet aftercare, so please join me as we build a better end-of-life system for our pets, our pet parents, and our veterinarians. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Connor Cleaves, co-founder and CEO of Nectar. When people talk about life's essentials, they mention having a roof over your head, perhaps access to healthcare and education, maybe getting a good job. Well, each of these things are physically enabled by our built environment. Buildings are the infrastructure of society. These are the places we live and work, and frankly spend most of our time. But we do have some major issues. We're actually 3.2 million homes short in the United States today. And this is a trend that is only getting exacerbated by a growing US population. There's also a widening gap between high and low quality workplaces. I mean, 80% of office buildings in the United States today are in need of major work or just total redevelopment. Say whatever you want about how we got here, but this is where we stand today. I think there's only one way that we can dig ourselves out of this mess, and that is incentivizing capital to modernize where we live, work, and these buildings that we spend most of our time in. In order to do that, we have to answer two core questions. First, how do we incentivize new building development? And second, how do we improve the quality of existing building inventory? Today, there are 12,000 commercial real estate investors who own $20 trillion in assets. Another 40,000 commercial lenders who are going to dole out about $650 billion in loans this year alone. These are the players, and they're extremely inefficient. Let me bring it to life for you. Here's Mike's family-owned real estate fund. They've identified a vacant office building that they would like to turn into an apartment complex. Great. In order to do this, they need to go acquire the building. That includes weeks of acquisition underwriting and negotiation, but their dream project's identified. One where they can not only add a ton of value to their portfolio, but to the community as well. Seems like all the hard work is done, but Mike faces one core problem. His team needs to go get financing for this project, and in order to do that, he must go get a loan and manage that debt for years to come. This right here is the bane of his existence. It's the hardest part of the process, and it is here that exists the greatest unlock. If Mike can't get the financing he needs for this project, he's either going to have to develop a lower end project or just scrap the thing altogether. So yeah, buildings are at the core of the equation, sure. But it's the financing that really powers the transaction. So you have borrowers on one end. They're the ones building and buying these assets. They aggregate a bunch of information into what's called a debt package or a loan request. They send that out to lenders who might share a similar risk profile and understand their vision. The lenders, on the other hand, are the ones providing the capital. Lenders are inundated with tons of loan requests, 98% of which are just absolute junk. So they have a filtering problem. They spend all their time sifting through the garbage while they have very binary and clean metrics to lend on. These two parties really need each other, but they're challenged to stay connected and maintain that flow of information. This is a really big problem. So why are we taking it on? It's because we understand it intimately. I started my career on the acquisition side at one of the world's largest commercial real estate firms. That's when I met Steve, my co-founder. Steve was a commercial lender at a national bank. We were working on deals together and decided that we were going to take on this task of unclogging the flow of capital for the commercial real estate industry. We then came upon John, our CTO. John's a back-end developer and infrastructure engineer, having built technical teams through various growth stages at firms like P&G, Indeed, and a bunch of different startups as well. Since January 1st, our team has grown this user base 150% week over week on average. Since starting Techstars, we've used our platform to develop over 100 debt packages. And our early partners own over $5 billion in commercial real estate. With Nectar, Mike has the tools he needs to allocate capital and manage that debt for years to come. He can report to his lending partners and LPs and model future transactions based on analytical and portfolio data. His lenders have a pipeline of deals teed up to their exact risk profile with a 95% chance of approval. How many more deals can they do now? How much more efficient can this entire process be? What took a few weeks now just takes a few minutes. You talk in venture about 10x solutions. That's where all of the transformational magic happens. Well, this is one of the largest asset classes in the world, and we're about to transform the way that capital flows through it. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Allie, co-founder and CEO of Joyet. We're building a better commerce solution for early childhood. Starting with pregnancy, shopping for your new baby is hugely overwhelming. Parents are spending over 40 hours researching and selecting baby gear. Think the bassinet, the stroller, the swing, so much more. And they can't get a straight answer anywhere because everyone's trying to sell you something. So it's this never-ending search for the right choice, which, surprise, you won't know until the baby gets here. For those of you out there with kids, you already know this. As our babies turn into toddlers and then big kids, the buying doesn't stop. It's now just fueled by anxiety over our kids reaching their developmental milestones. And the worst part of it, our kids are growing out of this gear in a few months and getting bored of these toys in a few weeks, and our homes are overflowing with clutter from kid stuff, and it's stressing us out. The traditional retail model just doesn't make sense for this stage of life. And it doesn't make sense for the millennial and Gen Z parents who find owning stuff stressful. We're spending $35 billion every year on gear and toys for our 22 million little kids, but the market is at this natural evolution point. Re-commerce is outpacing traditional retail by 11 times, and the sharing economy is growing at a 32% CAGR. The industry is ready to be disrupted to give parents what they really need. Flexibility to use these items for the few short months they need them, convenience to never have to store or resell items, and guidance about what they need that's personalized, curated, and backed by data. And that's why we're building Joyet, a membership for durable baby gear and kids' toy rentals. Our membership is designed to guide parents from their child's birth to 6 years old, providing them with the products, guidance, and expertise they need along the way. We lessen the mental load for parents because we take the burden of researching, sourcing, and disposing of kid stuff off their to-do list. They can conveniently rent and rotate items that they never have to store or resell. Your kid outgrew it, swap it. Your kid isn't a fan, swap it. This spring, we're releasing tiered annual memberships priced from $800 to $2,300 to give parents a more seamless access to our gear and toy library, a $15,000 value. And in the last couple of weeks, we've already started building a waitlist of hundreds of parents. Here's how it works. When parents arrive at joylet.com, we start by understanding their family's stage, needs, lifestyle, and preferences. Our algorithms then create a gear and toy roadmap recommending products for their current stage of development. As time goes on, we make recommendations for their next stage of development, like learning to stand and walk. We're your trusted guide in these early years, eliminating the guesswork and need for constant research. We've been operating our beta since summer of 2022 in the Mid-Atlantic, using an a la carte rental model to focus on de-risking the hardest parts of this business model first before releasing our membership. We've refined our pricing model to maximize returns on each piece of gear. We've reduced operational complexity by outsourcing delivery to a trusted partner, building the rental management technology, and codifying our warehousing core competency. We've also built strategic relationships with top brands in the industry like Baby Bjorn. And as we've been building this foundation for our business, we've served Washington, D.C. parents with almost 600 rentals, and our customers love us. We've also established ourselves as go-to experts in the industry. We regularly contribute to buying guides for top media sites like parents.com. We were named a Fast Company world-changing idea, and Washington, D.C. parents voted us best company for baby gear in the market. We're uniquely positioned to build Joyet. My co-founder Natalie and I met in business school at Georgetown while we were both transitioning into parenthood. I come from a rental background. At United Rentals, I was developing growth strategies for new rental businesses and acquired and integrated over 20 rental companies. Natalie spent a decade consulting for top CPG companies on integrated marketing and PR before becoming an investor at Stepstone Group. And of course, we're supported by an amazing team to bring a better commerce solution to this market. At Joyet, we're on a mission to make early parenthood easier and to create a sustainable future for our children. We hope you'll join us. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Peter Rines, CEO and co-founder of Jupiter. Jupiter is a white-labeled B2B solution for credit unions and community banks. But let me go back to the beginning of where our concept comes from. I've seen too many examples of people in my own family that have high character, but their credit story doesn't match that. They've been revolving their balances for decades and end up paying tens of thousands more in interest over their lifetimes, which limits the opportunities that they and their families have. For many people, credit is a necessity. 60% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck, and credit is often used to bridge the gap. Almost half of Americans revolve their credit balances every single month. Talking to members of my family, I realize it's not just about knowing what to do to improve. For many people, apathy is the killer to financial improvement. People get set in their habits and feel no urgency to make a change. The most impact I had with my family members was when I helped paint a clear picture of what their financial future could look like. Understanding the implications of their actions created a powerful incentive for them to improve. And compare that to how our credit system works today. People don't know what their lender expects them to do before they get a better interest rate or a better credit limit. And even if they do improve, they have no control over when they'll get those better terms or how much better those terms will be. It's a complete black box with no clear implications for improvement. No wonder people become apathetic. Jupiter set out on a mission to help people reach their credit potential by injecting transparency and control into the consumer credit system. We call it self-directed credit. We give customers the ability to unlock better credit terms automatically by meeting financial goals. Here's how it works. Customers meet prescribed goals related to financial health in order to earn points. Goals include things like paying down balances, making on-time payments, and budgeting goals. Each goal is worth a certain amount of points, and as customers accumulate points, they level up, with each level coming with automatically better terms, better interest rates, better credit limits, and more. Customers now have a financial Fitbit at their side. Goals show them exactly what they need to do to improve, and levels show them exactly what their new terms will be. And automatic upgrades put them in direct control of when they'll unlock those better terms. Customers are incentivized to take charge. We started by contemplating launching our own direct-to-consumer card and built a 12,000 customer waitlist in the process. But we realized that to truly scale our impact, we needed to go through existing lenders with a B2B solution. After all, there are 10,000 banks and credit unions in the United States, covering hundreds of millions of people. And when we started talking to the community lenders in particular, the credit unions and the community banks, we realized that the black box credit system was a systemic problem that prevented them from leveraging their value prop. Community lenders take pride in supporting the financial journey of their customers and having the most competitive rates on the market. But their customers are stuck with a black box experience and are left wondering if they have the terms that they deserve. Our system amplifies the community lender value prop. Transparency and control incentivize customers to improve, and customers know that they have the best terms available now and over time. We realized that we were on to a win-win for customers and lenders. We're incentivizing customers to improve and helping to drive share of wallet, retention value, and growth for lenders. We've signed 5 LOIs to pilot our solution. And during Techstars, we started our first implementation with a credit union based in Miami, and we're on track to be live by Q2. And by the way, that same credit union just invested in Jupiter. We have the right team to tackle this. I was an investment banker at Credit Suisse and the head of product at a wealth tech startup. I'm a CFA charter holder and have my MBA from Columbia. My co-founder, Matt, is a PhD statistician and spent the last 7 years of his career at Google. Now, where are we going with all this? Well, the first version of our product lets people earn better interest rates and credit limits on their credit cards. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. We'll soon add the ability for customers to unlock better terms on other loans and products within our levels system, like auto loans, personal loans, or savings account rates. We're creating transparency and control across the entire customer relationship. We charge our bank and credit union clients an annual subscription for our credit account management technology. The credit union, community, and regional bank market represents a $3 billion opportunity, and the broader consumer credit market represents a $6 billion opportunity. So to recap, we have a great mission of incentivizing people towards greater economic mobility. We have a differentiated solution with huge market implications. We have a great team. We have clients that couldn't be more excited about our solution. We're about to be live for the first time and introduce this to the world. Come help us create the future of credit.
Hi, I'm Gloria Folleron, and I'm the founder of Lean Time. As an ER nurse, there were times when I saw upwards of 20 patients in a single shift. For perspective, that's 20 medical histories, at least 40 sets of vital signs, medications, family questions, and more. I walked into every shift not knowing what I was walking into, and I frequently left feeling like I'd forgotten something. When I moved into tech, I was surprised that that feeling hadn't gone away. I would start my day not knowing what I was going to work on, and I would leave wondering if anything I did actually moved the needle. And it isn't just me, it's a lot of you too. It's Monday. You have 5 deadlines due this week. A new project to kick off. Work due last week is still blocked by another team. 20 unread pings waiting for you as you log on. 10 new emails every hour, and it feels like everything has the same priority. And every day, you wake up and you drink a cup of coffee in hopes of filling the pit in your stomach. And then the where do I even start begins again. And maybe you use a project management system like Jira, Asana, or Monday.com. But these 12 to 20-year-old systems weren't made for our current workflows. They were made for software development, a linear workflow. Work is no longer linear. It looks like this. And even the software developers are frustrated with the tools they're using today. As a nurse and product manager, it's been my job to take complex systems and hold them in context. When I met Marcel, my co-founder, he was experiencing the same things as a technical program manager at places like Google and Twilio. We've spent our careers taking chaos and making it digestible, turning complex systems into workflows that work across functions. And we brought that into Lean Time. Lean Time is a people-first project management system. We go beyond the traditional tools by connecting your goals and your vision to the everyday work. We then create a data layer that allows AI to hold the context of what you're trying to accomplish. Lastly, we combine that AI with behavioral science so that we can bring you the things that you need to feel accomplished and ready to focus on the right things at the right time. Welcome to your new work operating system. In Lean Time, your day starts on your personal work dashboard. This is the view that simplifies all of the work in the system. On it, you're greeted by your task overview and the goals that you're contributing to. Leo, our AI, then prioritizes your tasks based on best practices and how you feel about the work. Once your tasks are prioritized, you're then able to schedule them on your calendar in between your meetings by sliding your task over. You're ready to start your work. You move your task over to the Pomodoro and you click Start. As your 25 minutes ends, you click Done on your task. Leo pops up with the message highlighting all of the things that you've just accomplished. Now, what you might not realize is that these features also support the engineer on your team with ADHD. We build features with ADHD, dyslexia, and autism in mind so that companies can actualize the benefits that neurodiversity brings. The research shows that when we support the differences in our brains, companies are more productive, more innovative, and more profitable. To date, we have a full product in market with 28,000 accounts across our open source and SaaS platforms. We're international, translated in 40 languages, all community-led. Our growth has been with zero sales team and minimal marketing spend. We took a phased approach to development and validation. Phase 1 was simplifying project management. Could we take complicated workflows and make them so simple that somebody without PM experience could do it? In the last 8 months, we did just that, and people paid us for it. We made over $36,000. And our customers love what we've built so far and are leaving the others to join us already. Like the Danish municipality that's replacing Jira with our on-premise solution, or the university professor who attributes his happiness directly to his lean time usage. Since being in Techstars, we've launched Phase 2, which includes the design you see here, the My Work dashboard and widgets, and an open source plugin marketplace with 6 plugins. Not only that, but we've increased our MRR by 323%, and Techstars NYC is using us. Our success is also backed by these partners, advisors, and awards. We make money through SaaS subscriptions, open source plugin marketplace, and support plans. We're now positioned to create the AI features that manage your workflows while bringing in the integrations that empower us to the next level customer adoption. Ultimately, we see a world where AI enables us to work smarter so that we can be more intentional about the work that we do and define success by what actually matters. And then get back to drinking coffee just for the sake of drinking coffee. I'm Gloria Folleron, founder of Lean Time. Thank you.
Hi, I'm William Callahan, CEO of Avent, and we are on a mission to reinvent private market investment research, starting with powerful tools for investors in venture-backed companies. I've been obsessed with this problem since college. I studied financial markets in undergrad and grad school. I'm a CFA charter holder, and I advised Morningstar's leadership team on product strategy and research for 5 years prior to founding Avent. I'm also a second-time founder who bootstrapped my FinTech startup to a $7 million exit, but I'm going way bigger with Avent. Our core competencies are in financial research, data science, AI, and machine learning. Mark's been a founding engineer at several venture-backed startups, and Eric has led AI development at 3. Anyone investing in venture knows that up to 40% of your time is spent gathering data today. And here are the 4 things making it so slow. The data is outdated and inaccurate. The insights are spread across countless sites. Research interfaces are old and clunky. And the worst part is that it's all backward-looking and not actionable. The tools today are almost exclusively focused on the past, without any meaningful forward-looking insights that can help us make better decisions. Investors have made it clear that they simply aren't getting what they need from Crunchbase and PitchBook today. That's because they're expensive legacy tools without a comprehensive, forward-looking, and timely data set. But don't just take it from me. Let's hear from some investors directly.
Being able to quickly ascertain whether a company aligns with our mission purpose and understanding its market size, founders' profiles, business traction, etc. would save me and my team hours of work on a weekly basis.
We're a small, scrappy team of 3, so anytime we have a resource that can allow us to run a more efficient diligence process, to be able to filter opportunities that more directly fit our mandate, it'll just free up bandwidth in other areas so we can be more productive as a team.
We've been trying to find data on a lot of the investments that we make, and a lot of the data available in the existing products out there is very hit or miss. You don't know what you're going to get with a lot of the early stage companies. A lot of the data is incorrect or just plain missing. And so we're excited to find another product that is not only more comprehensive from a data perspective, but also cheaper, because the existing products out there are crazy expensive.
And that's why I'm so excited to share Aventure with you. This is a big market ripe for disruption. Several $100 billion a year are invested in venture companies, and today's successful investors demand more detail about their portfolio. This is a $3 billion opportunity now, and as we expand the research and product more broadly, it's a $10 billion opportunity. With Aventure, now you can search for companies meeting your exact criteria, filtering down to the most specific details. And with custom alerts, lists, searches, and your notes all in one place, you'll never miss the next hidden gem or a fast-moving deal. And when you're looking at a company, you can take a deep dive and view competitors, leadership, and team, fundraising, momentum, traction, and product analysis. And with our deep research universe, we can draw and share powerful leading indicators that signal positive or negative momentum for a company. And Aventure even brings these details to the fund level, which is a valuable tool for LPs, investors, and startups alike. With our platform, now LPs can track and compare their fund investments. Investors can compare their performance to other funds, and startups can find the right investor. To do this right, we need to move fast. So in the 3 months following our Techstars backing, the Aventure team built and launched our comprehensive research tool and expanded our research coverage universe from 500 companies to more than 100,000. Our industry-changing product is available now in preview and will be fully available in the second quarter of this year. And we are just getting started. We've already begun talks for enterprise licensing of our data, and the product team is developing portfolio attribution and management tools that make it possible to view your team's private analysis and data points with our research all in a consolidated workspace. One final thought for founders and investors. For an industry that's best tech tools are so often centered around our email and podcast clients, are we really up to the increasing demands of tomorrow's LPs? Limited pitch deck data and a 20-minute Zoom call should not be the only leading signals of our investment decisions. And that is why we built Aventure. Your tech stack is incomplete without it. We're disrupting the future of venture research, and we'd love to have you join us. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Charmaine, the founder of PyPy, and we are redefining online video generation and marketing. Do you remember when we used to go to places like the circus? Oh, and the library. When was the last time you even held a textbook? Ask your kids. So, what are people doing these days? They are constantly watching videos. You can now learn a new skill set by watching your favorite masterclass. Oh, and you can also monetize your dog on Instagram. Kylie Jenner made $100 million last year just by promoting her content on her socials. 93% of marketers claim that videos have a direct positive impact on sales. The future of marketing is all about the video. Yet, the problem remains. It's really hard to create compelling video content. In order to explain why our users love PyPy so much, let me first show you something. There's been a time when we've used a variety of objects to organize our daily lives, which was obviously chaotic until one day when one glorious machine was invented to organize this chaos, presenting the smartphone. So, if we can bring about this productivity to our daily lives, why can't we do the same thing to online video generation? Now, in order to create a beautiful marketing video, this is exactly what one needs to do. Hire an awesome scriptwriter, buy expensive equipment to shoot the video, and then go to multiple platforms to add a logo, add a voiceover, add music, and of course, edit the video, which is of course expensive, exhausting, and it needs a lot of expertise. In short, this is chaos. At PyPy, we are bringing order to the chaos of online video generation by empowering marketers to manage this chaos from one single epicenter. This is Gabby. She's the founder of Design Allies, America's second largest design company. She's one of our early customers and has been using PyPy for quite some time now. So let's say if she wants to launch a new video campaign, this is exactly what she would need to do. Simply log into the platform, put in her ideas, and that's it. Our smart proprietary algorithm would match her ideas to the most accurate video from our repository of over 50 million videos. Using our easy plug-and-play features, she can now edit her videos in a couple of minutes, all from the comfort of a computer. Thanks to PyPy, Gabby never has to log on to multiple platforms ever again. I want to tell you about the market. The online video generation industry is massive at $400 billion and is growing at a staggering 17% per annum. Our competition has cracked into just 1% of this market. There is plenty of room for growth. We are clocking our early customers in using a B2B subscription model. We came to Techstars with just a concept, and during the course of the program, we launched the product, partnered with 70 accelerators across the country, giving us access to over 4,000 startups, and have secured 3 channel partnerships. And wait for it, we scaled our revenue to $120,000 in ARR in less than 3 months of our existence, and are projecting to hit $2 million in ARR by the end of this year. And the cherry on top, we've also got an acquisition offer from one of the world's leading ad agencies. We are the perfect team to build this. I have 15 years of enterprise sales experience. My first startup was in the media space, which I bootstrapped and sold for an 8-figure in 2018. My second startup was in the AI space, which I built with my co-founder Raj, where he developed a proprietary algorithm using 17 million data points. Raj has a master's in AI and was an engineer at Microsoft. If that's not all, we have known each other for over 20 years. And Kevin, thanks to his incredible experience at Accenture and Amazon, we now have a clear roadmap in place for our product journey. And that is exactly the reason why we said no to the acquisition offer. Because guess what? We plan to go big. This city would have been flooded with horse shit had the horse carriage not been replaced by newer forms of transportation. Agencies are defunct. Advertising is dead. Ask yourself, do you want to continue riding the horse, or do you want to subway yourself to 300% growth in video marketing with PyPy? We are targeting every single marketing team at brands, agencies, enterprises, and startups who will love PyPy for its unified, centralized, super-fast engine. Come join us as we create magic at PyPy.
Hey everyone, my name is Aaron Geyer, founder and CEO of QuickCart, and today I want to share with you the future of grocery shopping. But Before getting into that, let's talk about the biggest problem in retail today, the in-store checkout process. 87% of consumers say that the in-store checkout process is the worst part of the grocery shopping experience. On top of that, stores are paying over $72 billion annually on checkout labor, making it the single largest operating cost for stores. Over the past 5 years, self-checkout has increased theft by over 1,600%, leading to retailers losing over $40 billion annually. As a result, major retailers have begun to completely shut down and pull back self-checkout. That said, there is another solution, and it's called seamless checkout. Launched in 2016, this emerging $4.3 billion industry utilizes advanced computer vision and enables shoppers to walk in, grab items, and leave while eliminating theft. However, over the past couple years, the only solutions available for large supermarkets have been hardware-heavy $10,000 shopping carts that, according to the stores that tested them and rejected them, are simply too expensive and difficult to adopt to solve the problems of checkout at scale. Okay, why am I telling you all this? Well, before going to UC Berkeley with a full scholarship, falling in love with technology, and graduating at the top of my class, I worked at my local supermarket, bagging groceries to put myself through community college. During this time, I gained unique insight into the problems of checkout and realized the industry desperately needs a solution that is secure and scalable. And so, a day after graduating Berkeley, I founded QuickCart. It's the industry's first AI-powered checkout device that can be installed on any existing shopping cart and enable a secure walk-in, walk-out shopping experience in absolutely any store. And it's the single best checkout experience in the world. Imagine this for a second. You walk into a store and just grab a shopping cart that has a QuickCart device already installed. Then you just grab the items you want to purchase, scan them using the device, and place them in the cart. Then, when you're done shopping, you can simply pay on the device and walk right out of the store. And this unique shopping experience is powered by our cutting-edge computer vision, sensor fusion, and AI technology that we have developed and patented that completely eliminates theft by verifying only the correctly scanned products are entering that shopping cart in real time. Plus, what makes our solution game-changing is the fact that we provide the same exact walk-in, walk-out shopping experience as every single one of these $10,000 shopping carts, except we provide our simple hardware to stores for free and monetize our solution by charging small transaction fees. For reference, the last company to improve checkout in a traditional industry and disrupt payments with low-cost hardware was Toast, now worth over $10 billion. And the opportunity in grocery is even bigger. For example, if we deployed our technology into 1,000 stores and captured 1% transaction fees from 20% of shoppers using QuickCart, we would generate over $100 million in annual revenue. And guess what? We plan on achieving this scale in less than 4 years by partnering with major grocery delivery providers to automate the checkout process for both their gig workers and a store's regular shoppers. This go-to-market strategy provides plug-and-play value to the growing grocery delivery industry and leverages these delivery providers' pre-existing relationships with retailers as a deployment channel to over 30,000 US stores. Now, I'm going to share with you the single biggest announcement in our company's history. Just 4 weeks ago, we unveiled our technology for the first time at NRF 2024. Since then, we have been engaged in pilot program discussions with 10 of the largest supermarkets in the entire country. And while unfortunately I can't yet tell you which one it is, I am incredibly proud to announce that we are launching our first commercial pilot program with Shipt, the second largest delivery provider in the country, and one of the top 10 US retailers in the entire United States. Now, this 12-month pilot program has the goal of transitioning our existing prototype into a commercial product, manufacturing our first 1,000 devices, and launching revenue-generating deployments in 5 major retailers. Once we hit this scale, Our vision is not only to streamline the checkout process, but also to revolutionize the entire in-store shopping experience. I mean, when you use a quick cart for the first time, you won't just be skipping the checkout line. You'll be having an immersive retail experience like never before. I'm talking about personalized recommendations based on what you've put in the cart, easy-to-use digital coupons, and automatic discounts on your favorite products right when you walk past them, thus improving your shopping experience and giving us the ability to disrupt the entire $50 billion CPG advertising industry by being the first company in the world to create a media channel that enables consumer brands to interact directly with their target customers while shopping in physical stores. And what's brilliant is we will own the entire ecosystem. So if you're interested in helping us revolutionize grocery shopping, feel free to reach out. Again, my name is Aaron Geyer, and this is Quick Cart.
My name is Ariana Silvestro, and I'm the CEO and founder of a company called ScentLab, a next-gen fragrance brand that's bringing personalization to the mass market. I started my career here at Bath & Body Works, where I specialized in consumer insights, really focused on understanding the customer shopping experience for fragrance, both online and in-store. I then joined the New York City startup scene. I have over a decade of startup experience, disrupting tired and stale industries and bringing one key thing to them: innovation. I helped build CityMD from 20 to 150 locations during my time there. And now I'm disrupting an industry I'm super passionate about, where my career first started: fragrance. Fragrance is on fire. It's up 60% from pre-pandemic levels and up 13% year over year. What's driving that growth? Gen Z. Gen Z daily fragrance consumption has increased from 21 to 80% over the last year. That's right, 80% of Gen Z customers use fragrance on a daily basis. The way they are shopping for fragrance is also changing. Traditionally, we would go into department stores like Bloomingdale's and Saks to shop for fragrance. And your purchase decision was often driven by brand and status. So it would say something if you wore a Chanel perfume or if you lit up a diptyque candle when people came over. But Gen Z, they're thinking about fragrance differently. Meet the new fragrance consumer. For them, fragrance is all about self-expression. So they don't want just one signature scent, and they don't care about brand or status. Instead, they're building scent collections across price points. Think of them as scent wardrobes, similar to the clothes that you wear or the makeup that you use. For them, it's about using it as a means of self-expression. Spraying one perfume when they're feeling happy, lighting a different candle when they're feeling sad. And they're not going to department stores to shop for them. Instead, they're turning to social media. 14 million people are on TikTok looking for different fragrance combinations and looking for different recommendations on what they should add to their scent collection. That's where we come in. We're ScentLab, and we're bringing personalization by the use of data and tech. We take in information about customers' mood, lifestyle, and preferences, and we spit out personalized scent recommendations just for them. All of those recommendations are tied to a profile for our customers with their email address. And we're the only fragrance brand to take those recommendations and continuously refine them. So every 90 days, we spit out new recommendations that get smarter and smarter over time. So as Gen Z customers are looking to build these scent wardrobes and find scents that speak to them, we're serving it up to them on a silver platter. 75% of our customers are Gen Z. We launched a little over a year ago with our first product, candles. And in year one, we've done over $700K in revenue. We have over 30,000 customer scent profiles, and we're profitable on first sale. People love us. In fact, 40% of them make a repeat purchase in just a 90-day period. And we won an Allure Best of Beauty Award for Best Candle of 2023. That's right, we have that little red seal. We've done all of this by being extremely capital efficient. We've only raised $500K, and it's literally been just a team of me and 4 part-timers. So what's next for us? We now found product market fit, and we're expanding across categories. We'll be launching Perfume Mist this June, and we'll be doing $2.5 million in revenue this year, and we will be profitable. Beyond just perfume, we plan to expand this into body care as well. ScentLab will be the leading personalized fragrance brand across categories by 2026. We're taking this experience and we're also bringing it to retail stores. 95% of our sales to date have been D2C, but now we're going to bring next-gen retail experiences to the retail stores like Ulta and Target. And beyond that, we plan to expand into our own brick and mortars across the nation. So join ScentLab, enter your scent world, and build the future of fragrance with us.